What if I told you that one of the most important parts of your engine lives in the shadow, working tirelessly every second the engine runs, yet it never gets the spotlight it deserves? I am talking about the crankshaft, but more importantly, how it's still alive. It is all thanks to one thing: lubrication. Welcome back to this channel where I talk about engine. If you are new in this channel, I am Mr. Engine, and today I'm going to dive deep. I mean really deep into something every engine depends on: crankshaft lubrication. Let's set the stage. What exactly is the crankshaft? Picture it as the backbone of your engine movement. It is the part that turns all that fiery power from the combustion process into usable rotational force that moves your car or your engine down the road. The crankshaft connects to the piston via connecting rod. When fuel combusts, it pushes the piston down and the crankshaft turns that up and down energy into rotational energy. Sounds simple, right? But keeping it spinning smoothly, especially at thousands of RPMs, is a whole different story. If you run your engine without lubrication for even a few seconds, your crankshaft will seize up. Metal to metal contact, that's a recipe for disaster. What is the role of lubrication? Lubrication, the unsung hero. Engine oil forms a protective film between the crankshaft journal and the engine bearings. Think of it like skating on ice. Without that slippery surface, there is friction, heat, untimely failure. There are two concepts here: one, hydrodynamic lubrication, and boundary lubrication. Hydrodynamic means there is a full film of oil separating surfaces. That is ideal. Boundary lubrication happens when the films break down, usually during startup or shutdown. You have got just a thin coating. And trust me, boundary lubrication isn't where you want to live. That is where wear starts happening. So keeping that crankshaft properly oiled is not just importance, it is survival. Now let's talk about how oil get there, the full journey. Let's walk through the path engine oil takes. It all starts in the oil pan or oil sump. That is the reservoir of oil sitting at the bottom of your engine. When you start the engine, the oil pumps, typically gear driven, suck oil up from the pan and pressurize it. This pressure sends oil through a series of internal passages called oil galleries. These galleries are like secret highways running through the engine block and crankshaft. Pressurized oil is sent to the main bearings where it lubricates the crankshaft main journal. Those are the sections that sit inside the engine block. Then oil flows through small drill holes inside the crankshaft to the rod bearing. This is the hole where the crank connects to the piston. So every time the crank spins, oil is being delivered to the places that need it most. Let's zoom in on the bearing themselves. Let's talk about it. You have got two main types. One, the main bearings, and the second one is a connecting rod bearing. Both use the same principle, and oil films keep metal surfaces from touching the crankshaft. They are usually made from soft metal like aluminum or copper alloys. Why? Because if something goes wrong, you rather damage the bearing than the crankshaft itself because the crankshaft is so expensive. Think of this bearing like sacrificial bodyguard for your crankshaft. But even bodyguards need backup. That is where oil pressure comes in. Without proper pressure, those bearings can't do their job. Now let's talk about oil pressure, oil viscosity, and engine speed. Oil pressure, oil pressure isn't just a number on your dashboard. It is life support for your crankshaft. The pump generates pressure, but the type of oil you use and your engine condition affect how well that pressure is maintained. Ever wonder why your engine uses 5W30 or 10WD40? That is the viscosity, the oil's thickness at different temperature. A thicker oil can provide more cushion, but too thick and it won't flow fast enough. Too thin, it won't protect under high load. So you must use the right oil. And if you are redline that engine often, oil flows become critical. At high RPMs, oil must flow quickly and consistently on every journey. Now, what happens when oil lubrication fails? Please don't allow this to happen to your engine. But if it eventually happens, what happened to your engine? What if something goes wrong? Say you are low on oil, or the oil pump fails, or a passage gets clogged. What happened to your crankshaft? You get what known as spun bearing. That is when a bearing overheats, loses its oil film, and starts welding itself to the crank. It is game over. You hear a knocking sound first. If you are lucky, sometimes you may not even hear the knocking sound before the damage is done. Fixing this so expensive. Avoid it. Very simple. Change your oil. Use quality filters and pay attention to your oil pressure gauge or warning light. Very easy. Let's talk about advanced lubrication feature, especially in modern engine. For example, high performance engine take lubrication even further. Some engine use dry sump systems where oil is stored in a separate tank and pumped in with multiple stages. You also see crankshaft oil squirters, small jets that shoot oil directly onto the crankshaft and piston on that side for extra cooling. For example, in turbocharged engine or race cars, lubrication isn't just about survival, it is about optimizing performance. So every drop of oil is managed like a gold. Let's talk about the maintenance tip to keep crankshaft lubrication healthy. I'll mention about six of it. Number one is that what you can do to your crankshaft. Number one is this: change your oil on time. Don't push it past the limit. Number two, use the manufacturer recommended viscosity. Don't cheap out on oil filter. A clogged filter means poor flow. Warm up your engine, especially in winter, before hammering the throttle. Watch your oil pressure. Any drop is a red flag. We just spent some minutes now talking about a part that most people will never even see with their own eyes. But now you know your crankshaft isn't just spinning steel, it is finely balanced, constantly lubricated, high speed marvel of engineering. And keeping it happy, that is oil job. Give your engine good oil, good pressure, and good habit, and it thanks you with years of performance. If you have learned something new in this video today, please hit that subscription button right now. I have many more topics coming on the way about the turbo charger, about timing chain, about how camshaft communicate with the crankshaft. If you have a question, please don't forget to drop your question in the comment below, and I will answer as much as possible question. Please, if you have any topic you want me to handle, go to the comment section and tell me. Until next time, you keep it clean, keep it lubed, keep it running. See you in another video.